Welcome back, folks, to match 2 as Magnum will be tagging again with Hulk Hogan. They were another tag who were in the Alliance Tag League. They lost to Bruiser and Hanson. Again, look for the video in the comments down below, as there should be a link very soon. And the winners, Bruiser and Hanson. Obviously, Hogan and Magnum are going to be looking for a win here to make an argument for a rematch for those titles. And again, huge win for not only Bruiser and Hanson, but TCW alike. This is a non-title matchup, but a great opportunity for this tag walking down the aisle now. Team Fu Manchu, the man who used to be going by the name the Midnight Rider, took off the mask and donned the mustache alongside his newly found friend Hulk Hogan. But they're competitors, no pushovers for sure. Two of the most brutal, unpredictable, rough, tough competitors in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. And now they are the top tag team in all of the Battle of the Bookers. And Hogan will be starting it off with Bruiser. Should be mentioned that in competition, singles competition that is, Bruiser and Hogan at Soul Survivor just last week in the game, Bruiser would defeat Hogan in convincing fashion. One of the most convincing Hogan losses I have seen perhaps ever. No doubt propelled Bruiser, gave him the momentum he needed to win those Alliance tag titles, if you ask me. And now Hogan is going to try to prove to the world that it was merely a fluke and bring those Alliance tag titles home at some point in the future. Magnum, another one of those competitors who has gotten close to the title scene in TCW, just hasn't had his big break yet. Perhaps this could be it. These are 4 top competitors on the roster without a doubt. Easily main event worthy. And Hanson went to the top there, and that's when you know it's serious. And now he put on the figure 4 leg lock, and I think Bruiser knew that some punishment would be obtained, and he did not. Well, now look at him. He's able to hold Magnum, and sometimes the slow play is the smart play, and while Bruiser may look like an absolute wild man, he is certainly one of the better strategical wrestlers on the roster. He does not get enough credit for that, but can't be as successful as he is in the ring without formulating good strategies week in and week out. Not enough can be said about all 4 competitors, however. Obviously, Hogan, considered by many to be one of the best of all time, certainly one of the best of the 80s, and could even be argued best of the 90s as well. Bruiser, still considered one of the best of the 90s despite his career-ending injury, but he is back in his prime in TCW. A similar situation happened with Magnum, certainly not to the same extent, but his career was cut short as well. He very well could have been on the same level as Hogan as one of the top draws. And Hansen, wow, that was the King Kong knee drop. He's going to try to hit it again, and he does. I'm not sure if it seems to be kind of understated, but Hogan was certainly in big trouble there. I think Bruiser knew that while the center of the ring works out very good in a singles competition, in tag you need to dominate the turf, so to speak, and have them on your end, close to your tag partner. Hansen would have very long, he had perhaps the most longevity among all competitors, certainly up there with Hogan. Top draw in Japan, as well as Bruiser Brody. This has been a very good tag match so far, fairly evenly matched. However, you could argue that Bruiser still has Hogan's number, and perhaps that is a mental barrier for Hogan, or maybe not, I'm not sure. And a roll up there by Hansen. Hogan just barely able to get out of it, and there was an atomic leg drop. Hogan set Magnum up very well, but Magnum just gets danced, or juked rather, by Stan Hansen, and he is able to tag in Bruiser, who connects with a top rope leg drop. And Magnum is moving forward when he probably should be backpedaling. He's sent out of the ring, and now Bruiser is going to mix it up with Hogan again. Bruiser is certainly someone who could easily win the title, the heavyweight title that is. He's a current champion, but I would not be surprised if he doubled up. He busts Hogan open. He went for a pin after a power slam there, but was in the ropes, too close to Hogan. He had the right idea, just poor execution. Fantastic chop by Magnum, and now goes for the pin, and Hogan, wow, that could have been it. Hogan could have saved it, and I'm not sure what he's doing. He's been busted open. Perhaps he is woozy and or stunned. I don't want to start throwing possible injuries out there, but that was kind of a fatal error. Could very well cost Team Fu Manchu the match. Magnum is really feeling it. Nice bulldog. And now he goes for a figure four. And here is something that should very well be mentioned. Bruiser Brody, if you've been paying attention to episodic television, you may recall, will have a shot at the Ultimate title, our version of the heavyweight title. He won the match against Hogan on pay-per-view to be able to pick the stipulation for that title match. Now, Obviously, he will not be facing for the title this week, and will very likely be facing The Undertaker next week for the Ultimate title, barring injury or further circumstance. And he will be picking the stipulation in which the title will be on the line. So stay on the lookout for that, as we might see a new heavyweight champion in TCW next week. And what a way to stay hot, as Hanson and Bruiser pick up a big tag victory, showing why they are the best in the Battle of the Booker universe. And what a great match that was. Coming up next, Piper versus Ted DiBiase. Don't miss out, folks. Again, we have 2 title matches and a #1 contenders match, so stay tuned.